Good? Another uncut, and I can't be fucked for this one. But yeah, arrived in Japan. Currently staying at my girlfriend's auntie's place. And yeah, we started scouting pretty much areas to shoot the campaign out in here in Tokyo. And then also got like a feel for the fashion out here. And it's pretty much what I usually wear in the UK, but then here you look average. So what I usually wear in the UK, I'd pretty much stand out. But here's what everyone pretty much wears. So yeah, I was like, fuck, man. I need to up my style even more in order to to not look average. And yeah, I forgot that the DSLR I brought here is a 50 millimeter. I'm not really good with cameras, and I didn't know you can't zoom in and out with those ones. It's like a fixed focal point, whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna be limited with how I shoot, especially if the roads here are like narrow and spaces is quite limited and whatnot. So if there's like a place within a narrow road that I'd like to take pics on, it would have to be on the iPhone on my camera because the 50 millimeter, yeah, there's a specific distance that you need. If I want like a full body, I would really need to move back quite a bit. But then for like the close shots, but then that's like portrait, like literally close up on the face. But that's not the type of shoot I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do half body or full body type shit. But yeah, man, out here the basically the Japanese people have common sense a lot more than like the West. Everything here just makes sense. People pretty much follow the rules. So let's say on the train, everyone's quiet, and obviously there's sometimes Japanese people talk, and then you get the occasional tourists talking. But pretty much if it's like a cart full of like just Japanese people, is pretty much quiet, and I kind of like that as a person who doesn't really like loud ass people in transport. And then you get these Americans, Europeans that they don't know the fucking rules, or they don't have the, what do you call it, like the self-awareness to see that everyone's quiet on the train, so shut the fuck up type of thing. But yeah, no, that's what I realized here too. Like the most annoying ones, like the tourists, are like the Americans, the Europeans, especially like the, yeah, not straight up the America. They're just loud, loud, always talking loud. Same with like the Spanish or the Italian, all talking loud. But yeah, and I'm like, yeah, here is so much nicer because I just prefer more quiet like place. I don't really come out, so me coming out here like every single day for like a straight 2 weeks. Yeah, the Japanese are very disciplined with the way like they treat public transport or how they are in public spaces and whatnot. But yeah, probably one of the first countries that I've seen that type of discipline, which just made me think like, how did they ingrain that within everyone? It's definitely during their upbringing, and then obviously during their early education, all the way to the very end. And then over here, it's everything is convenient and everything just makes sense. So let's say if it's raining and you're shopping and they give you paper bags, they would put a plastic covering over it, so that your paper bag doesn't get soggy and rip. And what else was there? The umbrellas, if you're bringing an umbrella into a store, they have these plastic bags where you cover your wet umbrella. What else is there? Everyone lines up for the train, and if you don't, like, that's rude. So there's like dedicated like lines for you to stand. Same with like restaurants, if it's busy, or but yeah, mostly the transport, like trains, buses, the lining up is like, you have to respect that shit. And then you get these Americans or Europeans just like cutting in. I'm like, are you like, don't you have self-awareness? Like, people are lining up type shit. But yes, it's just annoying. They call them gaijins, so like tourists. We're tourists, but we're Asian, so we kind of blend in. What else is there this week? Yeah, pretty much the fashion here is, they like to wear like oversized leather jackets, and then baggy trousers type of thing. But then the women here, they like to wear skirts, and then their legs are exposed with like either knee-high boots. Basically what my girlfriend usually wears. So when we were here, we were like, fuck, we look average because everyone wears what we're wearing. But then in the UK, they don't really wear that type of shit. Actually, if you wear trackies here, you would stand out more, because they don't really wear that type of shit. But yeah, the average person here is very stylish. Like, they're not even, what do you call it? They're not even trying. It's just that when you go to these like clothing stores here, what they sell is very like minimal, and then also quite design wise, it's very nice. It's not like cheap and badly designed. But yeah, that's what I pretty much noticed with the fashion here. And if you really wanted to stand out, you'd have to like either wear what people don't wear, like tracksuits from the UK, like Nike Tech Fleece, that type of stuff, or you go really, really overboard with the fashion stuff. That's like the way that you could stand out. But me, this is the type of shit I wear. What else is there? Let me check my notes. I really can't be asked to do this episode, honestly. Dito na si tita.